Welcome back, people. This is the second part to my deck list for a Blackfeather Assault deck that I've built. And we just went over the monster setup I'm running. 2, Allure of Darkness, the first part of the draw engine. All the monsters in there, except for Stardust Dragon Assault mode, are darkness monsters and can be easily... I probably will never run out of a darkness monster unless somebody really decides to really piss me off and throw like a Inferno Tempest on me or something. But Allure Darkness, draw 2 cards, then remove from play a dark. Otherwise, discard the entire hand. 2, Assault Teleports. I don't have a third one. But if you have an assault mode monster in your hand and he's a dead draw, you can use Assault Teleport to reshuffle the deck. And then draw 2 cards. It's a nice engine for draw. A nice part of the draw engine. And finally, Black Whirlwind. Black Whirlwind is pretty much... You summon a Blackfeather monster successfully, you get another one added to your hand. It's pretty much a staple for the speed of the Blackfeather decks. I use it for whenever I can. If somebody destroys one of them, then I still got 2 more. It's required to run 3 max. I don't know anybody who doesn't. 1, Dark Eruption to recycle those dark monsters that get nailed. I'm most likely thinking about Kalut. Or if you want to recycle Gale if he dies in battle. Or heck, Thane or Mistral. So you can recycle their effects. This card will get them back. And staples: Storm, Typhoon, Grenade, and Brain Control. It's all the staple spells and traps I'm running right now. Storm, Typhoon, and Grenade are trap removal. Brain Control is for steal. Until I get a Mind Control, that's my setup right now. An oldie but a goodie. Against the Wind. I'm only running this because of the fact that I have so many low-level attack monsters. For the 2 attack Blackfeathers, if I have a potential for a Synchro Summon on 1 turn, I can easily use Against the Wind to bring out either Mistral or Thane and summon them, and sync up for 8 if I can. Next, we move on to the traps of this deck. 2, Assault Mode activates. I'm running 3 Assault Mode monsters, but 2 Assault Mode activates. I used to run 3, but I thought, I'm thinking 3 is way too much for this deck, especially if the 3rd one is kind of like a dead draw. Other than that, Assault Mode is pretty much, you get your Assault Mode monsters out if you have Stardust Dragon Stardust Dragon or Demon's Dragon, or potentially Colossal Fighter if I ever get it. In Colossal Fighter Assault Mode. 1, Call of the Haunted, brings back a fallen monster in attack position, and if it's removed from field, the monster's destroyed. Basically, you get a free monster to sync up with. Yeah, that's all I use for that. It's standard. Delta Crow, anti-reverse. I think I need 1 more. Depending on what other Blackfeather players run with, Delta Crow anti-reverse is like my Harpy's Feather Duster. Only it works on face-down cards, not face-up cards. And I wish it did. Anyway, Icarus Attack. 2 Icarus Attack. Basically, trib a Blackfeather monster on your side of the field and pop 2 cards your opponent controls. What's really deadly is it works if Creature Swap is on the board and you destroy one of your monsters and you really don't want your opponent using your monsters against you, you can use Icarus attack and destroy the monster your opponent's giving to you. If they have one monster on the board, and basically, creature swap will have no effect, and that's how I did it once. Finally, Solemn Judgment first. We're not done yet, exactly. It's staple. Anybody who doesn't have a Solemn Judgment is either new to the game or is dead poor. Well, not exactly. Nix that. Anyways, Solemn Judgment, pay half life points to negate something. To negate basically anything. It's counter trap. Probably a staple. And finally, Threatening Roar. Basically stops your opponent from attacking for one turn. If your opponent's beating you down hard with Gladiator Beasts or something, Threatening Roar will keep them from doing that. At least for one turn, so you can get set up. Now we move on to the extra deck. Starting off with Red Demon's Dragon. Level 8, beat stick, one tuner, one or more non-tuners. If he attacks a defensive position monster, all your opponent's defensive position monsters are destroyed after damage calculation, and destroy monsters that did not declare an attack this turn. He's good for Red Demon's Assault and anything like that. Blackfeather, Silverwind the Ascendant. I just pulled it last weekend. He's the only Blackfeather that I am running currently in this deck, believe it or not. One Blackfeather tuner, two or more non-tuners. If his attack is higher than two monsters' defense, destroy them. Can't get any simpler than that. Then we're just getting into staples. Goyo, Colossal Fighter, Mental Sphere Demon, Thought Roller Archfiend, Stardust Dragon, two Stardust Dragon, Rose, Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon. As you can see, this deck is basically Blackfeather monsters with the Assault modes as support. And this deck right now is run pretty good. I've been winning more than I've been losing at the tournaments as of currently, and I actually enjoy playing this deck. Anyways, you like what you see here? Comment, rate, subscribe. Who knows? Maybe you might want to. Maybe I can give you some pointers, though I might not be of any help. This is the 5 Destroyer signing off. See ya.